Hey guys, Orbs25 here, and welcome back to another episode of Does It Work? Where today we're going to go ahead and take a look at this guy right here. And this is a original Austria Imco 6700 brand lighter. I picked this up from AliExpress for $9.40, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and see if it works. So here it is right here. This is the Imco lighter. Now, one thing I want to say before we get any more into this video is I have done some research before I actually went and purchased this lighter and realized that Imco went out of business in June of 2012. So I was a little skeptical about buying this because of the flood of fake and copies being put onto the market now that they're out of business. And some of the reviews for this were saying like it might be a fake, but it has all the proper stampings and everything. So I just kind of did some research, and I just ended up deciding I'd go ahead and get this because a real Imco lighter from like eBay goes anywhere up from like 20 to all the way past $20 for an Imco lighter. So I was kind of curious for less than $10 if this would be a good one to buy. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here. So first off, we can go ahead and see that this is just your basic Imco 6700 lighter. If we go ahead and pop the cover off here, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. I'm not using much light because if I use any light, the chrome is just going to reflect all the light back into the camera, and then you're not going to see anything. But this right here says Imco Pat. So that's one of their patent marks that they use that most of the copies don't have. And another thing that this has that virtually almost all of the clones don't have is this piece right here. This is a little tiny piece of metal that they have bent so that you can go ahead and take a spare piece of flint for, like a Zippo or your Imco, and you can go ahead and drop that piece of flint in there, and then when this is closed, just like so, you have an emergency piece of flint. So if your lighter runs out of flint or your buddy's lighter runs out of flint, you can go ahead and just open this up, drop out the flint, and then use it in a lighter. Or you can use the flint for other things, whatever you need the flint for. But you can go ahead and see the flint chute right here. This is where the flint goes in. I already have a piece of flint in at the top of it. So we're going to go ahead and close this up here. Other than that, you have your basic sliding air vent / wind guard there to control airflow into there. And we have your basic match style pullout for your Imco. On the bottom we have its normal stamping. It says Imco Tripleplex from Austria Super 6700. So that's got the correct stamping. Again, some of the copies don't have that. And that's pretty much it to the lighter. There's not much else to this lighter that can be said. So, I mean, does it work? Yeah. And if we open up the vent here, we can see that the flame gets a little bigger and a little smaller. I don't know how well this shows up, but it definitely does grow in size when you pull it down to let more air in. If you know what, I forgot to show this. If we go ahead and light it, you can go ahead and pull it out and go ahead and use it just like a match to go ahead and light fires or whatever else that you need that you couldn't normally do if you had it in here just like this. So that's a pretty good plus for it. So overall, what do I think of this lighter? I think it's a really good deal for basically less than $10. I'm just going to say $10 because just add 60 cents, whatever. So for a $10 lighter, this is a really good deal. I'm not 100% sure that this is an original one, but it is such a good copy, if it isn't one, that I'd say that most people couldn't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. It has everything that the original ones have as far as I know, and it works great. The nice thing about having an Imco like this, Imco 6700 over a Zippo, is when you have this open here and you pull this out, you see this nice little cap here. This cap goes ahead and closes over the wick just like that to help seal in the fuel so you don't have as much evaporation. So when you have everything nice and tight and you have this vent closed, you're not going to have a lot of evaporating fuel out of here. So your fuel lasts a lot longer in this than it does in a Zippo that just has that loose fitting lid that just kind of clamps over that you can wobble. You're going to have much more airflow in there than you are in this. So you're going to have a lot more fuel evaporation. So this is a really good lighter as far as I'm concerned. Another thing that I really like about it is it's a lot smaller than a Zippo in some specific ways, and I think it's lighter too. I don't really have a Zippo with me to test it, but just from my experience um, handling a Zippo in the past, I think this is better than a Zippo, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's some Zippo guy that's going to go absolutely ape shit in the description and be like, Imcos are a piece of shit, blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, guys, if you want to go ahead and get this exact Imco lighter, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description so that you can go ahead and pick one up for yourself from the exact seller that I got it from on AliExpress, so you don't end up getting the incorrect one.
Thanks for watching my video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to find my latest videos, you can go ahead and click right here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to know where you can get the best deals on games and get them for up to 75% off, go ahead and click the link in the description. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter to keep up to date. I hope you all have a good rest of your day.